What do you want to say to Kansas City? Any of those listening, people who've come to your establishment regularly, the Germans that you talked about, or just new people? What do you want to tell Kansas City?
Thank you. I just love having people come here and enjoy our beer. That's the most satisfying thing, I think, about what we do is seeing people enjoy what we make. I enjoy seeing them on a Saturday afternoon, which this last Saturday was a warm day in February, but we had a great crowd and just people, no music outside, just families and friends, kids playing. And I think that's the way beer was meant to be enjoyed is with your friends and your family in a simple, just low pressure, just fun, relaxed environment.
You know, I learned a word for that to describe that.
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit der
Salud,
Gemütlichkeit.
man.
Welcome back to Interrupt KC, the Kansas City podcast. It's my boy JL, man. I'm your man D-Rod.
Let's go, man. How we doing?
Man, let's go, man. Let's go.
I'm doing good, man. Look at this, dude.
Great.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get into this here in a second.
Yeah, we'll get I'm already into it.
I know we are into it a little bit. As always, everybody, first of all, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right here.
Go ahead and hit that, man.
Comment, man. Comment on the stuff. You know, D-Rod will get to that. Go back and watch our last couple episodes. Please do that. Or the 60 plus we've done before this one.
Yeah, man, I had, sorry to cut you off, Joe. I had somebody tell me, man, and I told them this. They're like, man, I get lost in the episodes, you know? And that's great, but I told them to do this, and I'm telling y'all, okay?
Tell them.
Go to videos, and a great way to start, go to videos and hit popular. Right next to the video section, right? And it'll go from the most viewed down to the
like if they don't want to go in order.
Yeah. If they don't want to start from 1 up to 60, I mean, it might be kind of hard to do that. Yeah. Man, just go to videos, hit that popular, and start from there. You know, I mean, they're all getting popular, right?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Last couple episodes though, Johnny Karachi, Johnny C's Deli and Pasta over up north, man, off Front Street.
Yep.
And then Greg Johnson, man, Minsky's founder,
man,
celebrating
pizza, man.
50 years in Kansas City, man. Incredible conversations, man.
Oh, man.
Learning from some good history in Kansas City there with those businesses.
Yeah. And prior to that was La Fonda, man.
La Fonda. Yeah, shout out Marie and Sandy.
Yeah.
Hope they're doing well. I have to give a shout out real quick, D-R, before we get to conversation. We have two fans who watch us religiously, and they have their own little business. Shout out Ariana and Spencer, man. They digitized some VHS tapes, D-Rod, of my dad's from late 80s, early 90s. Young JL and the family. Yeah. And, man, let me tell you something. It's wild.
Is it?
It's wild seeing yourself young. You're in there, you know, family.
Yeah. You sent me a picture of me, and I had to do a double take. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I don't know how old you were in 91, but you're in there.
Yeah.
But shout out to them, man. Thank you for staying on top of me to get that done with you.
For sure.
They're doing some more for me, D-Rod, and I just want to give them a shout out here on the podcast, man.
Hey, let me shout her out, too, because we seen her. She was at the at this.
Yeah. KC Chamber.
Superstar, you know.
That's right.
So shout out Ariana, man.
Shout Ariana. That's what she told me. She's like, Ariana. So
sorry.
With that though, man, let's get into this conversation because I know it's gonna be a good one, Kansas City.
Let's go.
So it is time to interrupt our guest, and by interrupt, you already know we mean introduce our guest.
Oh yeah.
None other D-Rod than the founder, the man, the myth, the legend himself of KC Bier Company, Mr. Steve Holle. How are we doing, Steve?
What's up, Steve?
We're doing great.
Doing great?
Doing great.
Awesome, man.
That's
awesome.
Good, man.
You got a lot going on in front of you, Steve. And man, I think we're gonna get a lot of conversation about something called beer here today. You excited to talk about that?
I always like to talk about beer. Always.
Particularly KC Bier Company.
Absolutely.
You know,
man.
I felt kind of obligated, man, to put on this old school staple. I hope you don't mind it,
I don't mind.
You know, it's an old school Schlitz, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you know that's back in the day, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what
I
my
remember
pops used to
Schlitz,
drink,
yeah.
you know. Yeah, and I did too.
You remember Schlitz?
Oh yeah, I lived in Milwaukee for a while, just down the street from the old brewery. It had closed by then. Also, when I was in college, I did a case study on the Schlitz Brewery and why
Oh,
they went out
really?
of business. Yeah, so it was sort of the beginning of beer for me.
You were like, okay,
yeah.
don't do that. Don't do
Don't
that.
do that, exactly.
Right. Well, they brought the original recipe back. I think in the 2010s
Yeah, and
or something.
yeah, I can't remember who brews that now. They bought the license, but yeah, they made some changes to the recipe.
Yeah.
And people started to notice. They also had a problem with haze in the beer. And
Right.
people noticed it.
Yeah, I remember it went to shit, but then it just came back pretty good. I remember
Yeah.
it came back pretty good.
I like
Yeah.
those commercials. Grab all the gusto. Yeah, remember those? Those were cool.
You know, one thing I noticed, man, and we're gonna get right back into. I noticed when I put this shirt on, underneath it says the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
That's right.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We need one that makes KC.
We got
I'm all
one.
for that,
We
yeah.
got one.
Right? I mean,
right?
put them words right underneath something too, right? I mean, I'm just saying, man.
All right.
We got one. We're right here with them. So with that, man, Steve, what we like to do, man, you know, before we get into the business, the company here, the awesome beer you got going, which, by the way, thank you. Pure Pills, excellent.
Yes.
Let's rewind the clock back a little bit, Steve. Let's talk about, you said a little bit about growing up. Let's talk about young Steve, man. Where'd you grow up at? Where are you from originally?
I just grew up just south of here in Hickman Mills. Went to Hickman Mills High School.
So you're original Kansas City?
I'm original Kansas City, yeah.
Wow, okay. And what'd that family life look like, man? Mother, father,
Mother,
brothers,
father,
sisters?
an older sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was into sports, baseball, basketball. I played
Right.
basketball in high school. So, yeah, just kind of a regular kid.
Was dad a beer drinker? Mom a beer drinker?
So, my mom wasn't. My dad was. He was a very consistent but moderate beer drinker. So I come from a German background.
Sure,
so
sure,
my
sure.
dad came home from work every day, and he would pick the newspaper up off the driveway, come in, read the newspaper, and drink a beer.
That was his
And
routine.
That was his routine. And then my mom would always say, "Ralph, are you done with your beer yet?" And when he was done with his beer, then we sat down and had dinner. So that's how I started having a beer with my dad. And so it was
Right.
sort of just a natural family thing.
What beer did your dad drink?
He drank Budweiser. He was from
Budweiser.
the St. Louis area. I'm
king
still
of
a Cardinal
beers.
fan too. I shouldn't
Okay.
say that on this podcast, but
Let's go
I am
Royals. Let's
I'm
go
a
Royals.
Royals fan, but I did grow up a Cardinal fan because of my dad.
Yeah.
You get a pass. That's all.
Yeah. Anybody who grew up somewhere.
Yeah, it's still Missouri, man.
It's
It's
all
still
good.
Missouri to me, man. You know, I'm right here on this plate.
It's all good, man. Do you remember the first time you had a beer with your dad?
Well, sort of. So my dad would be having a beer with my uncles or the neighbor, and Steve, go get us a beer. So I would go get a beer out of the refrigerator.
And this is growing up, right?
This is growing up. I can remember back in the early 60s learning how to open a can of beer with the old-fashioned can
Yeah.
opener where
Hey.
you put two holes in it
Right.
before the
Yeah.
flip tops.
Yeah.
And then I would usually get a sip of beer. And so I'm from a German family. So
Right.
and when I became a teenager, he would share a beer. I'd get a small glass of beer. But I do remember
Yeah.
being 18 years old, or 17, I guess, and I had a job. I worked for the sports complex. I cleaned up
Okay.
the stadiums after the Royals and Chiefs games.
Okay.
And I came home after working all night because it was a preseason Chiefs game.
Sure.
So I got home about noon. Dad's having lunch, and I'm going to sit down and have lunch. And he says, "Steve, get me a beer," which I always did. And I was pulling a beer out, and he said, "Steve, do you want one?" I remember that day where my dad asked me to have a full beer with him.
Right.
So that was sort of a.
And what'd you say? I mean, were you like,
I didn't say anything. I just grabbed a beer and sat down at the table.
let's go. Yeah.
But I never had an illegal beer.
Sure.
Except when I was with my dad till I
Right.
turned 18 and I could get a.
Well, I don't even
beer.
know. Like, it's
That
not,
was-
I don't think it's illegal if you drink at home with your parents.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
but,
mean, that's,
yeah.
I don't know. It's a rumor. I don't know.
Hey, that's a rule I always went by.
Yeah. So, that's cool, man. So you graduate Hickman Mills, you said?
Right.
And then did you know right away, like what high school graduation, Steve, what was he thinking about doing? Like after high school? What'd
Yeah,
you
I
think
didn't
of?
really have a plan.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to college. I majored in business and German. I was taking German in high
okay.
school, so I got a double major, international business. So I
Okay.
took German. I
Okay.
spent a semester while I was going to school. I went abroad to Hamburg, Germany, and
Okay.
spent a semester over there. And
How long? Just a semester?
just a semester. I wish I would have stayed longer, but it was just a semester.
I mean, man, you probably drink a lot of beer over there, I'm assuming.
Well, I already liked beer, but every day having a chance to drink fresh German beer,
Right.
it sort of awakened me to
Right,
what
right.
different beers taste like than just American domestic lagers. So
Yeah.
that was probably when I really started getting interested in beer. I came back. I worked in Kansas City in banking for about 5 years before I went back to college to get another degree. But
okay.
but that's sort of my interest in German and the culture and beer being a part of that
Right.
culture. I
Was,
started.
was your parents, sorry to cut you off, was your parents, were they proud Germans? Like your dad, was he like a proud German?
Well, what's different, I think, about German immigrants, especially before there was a Germany. My great-grandparents came over before there was actually Germany. There was a bunch of separate states like Bavaria and Prussia. So
Okay.
in my family, the language for them growing up, and I'm a Lutheran, which is a denomination
German,
of
yeah.
German immigrants.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so that whole thing was more of a culture with the church and the language.
Right, right.
Yeah. My dad fought in the Second World War.
Yeah.
He was born on November 6, 1918, in a small town. They rang the bells,
Yeah.
and everybody thought the World War I was over, but it was just my dad being born.
Oh, that's cool, man. So you were saying, sorry to cut you off, but you were saying, so you really gained an interest in beer
Yes.
while you were in college the second time. So was this your master's degree or something?
Well, I went to Madison, Wisconsin, and they had a more advanced a more variety of beer at that time, including breweries, microbreweries, brew pubs.
Okay.
So that was an incentive, I guess. I got to try a lot more styles of beer. But, yeah, I got real interested. Somebody gave me a book for Christmas around that time, Michael Jackson's World of Beers. I don't know if you're familiar with it. And I was fascinated by all the different beer styles. So early 30s, I started home brewing, and then I really thought I was going to want to open a brewery someday. And to kind of get involved with the industry, I started writing articles on beer.
Right.
I became a beer judge. I judged at the Great American Beer
So
Festival.
you got deep into it early on.
Yeah, I'm sort of a obsessive personality. When I want to do something, I kind of dive in head first.
How old were you here at this point, Steve?
When I opened the brewery?
No, just like when you started being
doing all that,
judging
getting
and
involved.
doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I was in
early
my
on.
kind of mid-30s when I
Mid-30s,
really
okay.
started getting into it. So then I worked for a large real estate investment company. They transferred me to Dallas. But, I was involved with the beer and everything and home brewing and writing about beer. And then I took early retirement at 55. And I moved back from Dallas. I lived there for 20 years. I moved back to be here.
Oh,
my
okay.
family, my friends were here. And I wanted to retire here.
Right.
So I came back in 2013, opened the brewery in 2014.
Wow. So
Man.
2013, 2014. Okay.
I want to ask you about that home brewing. What that looked like back then when you were just toying around with it.
Well, when somebody gets started with that, usually buy a malt extract. It's in a can or something, or powdered. And, yeah, you can make pretty good beer. But then I got, then you get obsessed with it. And
Yeah.
you're building equipment, and you're buying, grain. And you do all grain batches. And
Right.
I'm traveling to Germany, and I went to brewing school in Germany for 2 weeks.
Right.
Is that
During
how
that
long
time-
the courses lasted up there?
Well, I did a seminar type thing.
Okay.
But, yeah, I traveled to Germany a lot, and I speak German.
Yeah.
I have a good friend who owns a yeast lab, and we would travel and we'd visit these breweries, and my job was always to talk the brewer into giving him a sample of their yeast, which he banked. And the yeast we use to make our lagers and our Hefeweizen comes from the Ondex Benedictine Monastery south of Munich. It's a 600-year-old monastery.
Okay.
So I was able to talk the brewer into giving us samples. He banked the yeast where they're at in Colorado, and so that's the two primary yeast strains we use to make our beer.
For here.
For here, yes.
Right.
Man, trying to do that up there, I can imagine that the amount of people that are creating beer, making beer, you know, and you're up there trying to learn as well too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a vast amount of people.
Well, and even just being in Germany
Well,
at a
in Germany,
seminar,
yeah.
how many people go there? I mean, were you one of?
So I was there back when there weren't. Would have been the late '90s. There weren't that many craft breweries. Boulevard had been open about 8 years probably, and so there was a lot of people there that were wanting to open craft breweries, but probably less than 1,000 craft breweries at that time. So when we opened this brewery in 2013, there were less than 3,000 breweries in the United States, or beginning of 2014, I should say.
Okay.
So right now there's almost 10,000. So the growth from 2014 to now has just been exponential.
10,000.
Hell, I think just within the last, I'll say 5 to 10 years here in KC, man, you go anywhere and there's a brewery, right?
Yep.
I mean, there's a little craft brewery all over the north side of
Oh yeah,
KC,
there's
man.
a lot of breweries in the United States now.
Yeah, man, there's all kinds.
I'm wondering, Steve. So you go from microbrewing at your own house, right, to you know what? I'm going to start a business. You know, we've talked to a lot of business owners, particularly in the food and beverage industry, and at some point along the way, somebody told them or they realized how good they were at something, at whatever it is they decided to do, right? Did you have family and friends? You were just trying, like, here you go, lab rats, drink this, drink this.
that.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think I did get positive feedback. I also think I could compare the beer we were brewing here, I was brewing, to what I was drinking in Germany.
Right.
And I thought it was pretty good too. I made beer for a couple of friends' weddings, and people liked it.
In mass amounts.
Mass amounts, yeah.
Really?
I drove from Dallas up to my friend Jerry and Nancy's wedding, and I had, I think, 6 barrels of beer, and it was all weigh about 40 pounds each. And I remember my car sitting on its, the suspension, and oh my gosh, I didn't think about how much this beer was going to weigh, but we made it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, they asked you to, or you?
They asked me to. Yeah.
So that automatically means
Right.
that you had talent.
You was onto something.
They were
You
like,
was onto
this is
something.
And I want to say this about a beer, maybe versus wine. I never made wine, but beer, I think, is a really democratic passion. Because a home brewer can get as good a grain as we use here, malt and hops even, and even the same, similar yeast. And if you pay attention to getting good equipment, having good practices, you're sanitary, you take your time, and you're serious about it, you can make really good beer.
Right.
A winemaker, a lot of it depends on getting grapes from a very exclusive, high-quality vineyard, and then grapes you got to make it right away. You can't we buy this malt and we ship it over from Germany.
Right.
And it's stable. It doesn't deteriorate, but you can't do that with grapes. You got to have to pick it and
Stomp
and
it.
make it right away. So
Right.
that's why beer is affordable, and it's also very delicious.
Well, I want to ask you something a little bit more specific. You decided not just to make beer, you decided to make German beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the little that I read about you and your company here, one of the things I read was that there's a 15, 18 German. You probably know a whole lot more about it than I do. I don't want to mess it up,
Okay,
Steve.
sure.
But please help me with that and talk through that. What is that, and tell us about that for people who don't know.
So you're talking about the Reinheitsgebot from 1516. That's the German beer purity law. So that was instituted in Bavaria by the rulers of Bavaria.
Okay.
It still exists in the brewing laws in modern day Germany. The basic tenet is you can only make beer with malt, hops, water, and yeast.
Okay.
No
That's
additives,
it.
no preservatives, no anything. That's it.
Right.
And so our goal was to make authentic German-style beer, so we do follow that. I got an email from a supplier today that wanted us to buy an enzyme that clarified the beer because it broke down the protein in the beer that creates haze.
Sure.
And I just wrote back. I said, we don't put enzymes in our beer.
Right.
We use the natural enzymes in the malt. So, and
You
he
say, we
laughed.
make German beer here, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no enzyme.
What I mean, we're not brewing beer over here, Steve. But for people who don't know,
drink it.
like
We just
drink it, is that challenging to just focus on those ingredients and to make good beer? Like what describe? I mean, can you talk through that a little bit? Because I'm assuming some of your more, commercial, nationally known beers, let's say, they use some of those products you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So, is what does that does it prevent like selling beer nationally, or how talk through that if you don't mind?
No, it's not difficult. I mean, it's the way people have made beer for centuries. There's probably some costs involved. Probably the biggest cost we have with how we make our beer, probably two things. One, you can see all these malt sacks behind me. We import all of our malt and hops from Germany because we want to have an authentic flavor. Domestic malt here is good malt, but it tastes different. And we're trying to create an authentic flavor. So that's a business challenge, especially since COVID. We've had more disruptions in the supply chain. Freight costs have gone up. They just went up. We just got an email today from a shipper.
Okay.
So that's one challenge. And then I think because we're trying to make something unique. And some people, well, you can't make a lot of beers because you're not putting lemongrass or doing other things to make beer.
Sure.
And I said, yeah, I understand that, but we make a large variety of beer, and you can see some of them that we have right here. It's that no one really makes beer all the time like we do. So in that regard, we may not make as many varieties as other people, but what we do, no one else really does.
Right.
So we are providing more beer diversity for Kansas City simply because we don't make as many beer styles, like every kind of style you can make.
Right.
So that's sort of the philosophy.
Okay, I got you.
And then I would say the whole thing with the German beer, because of my family history with the culture and my living in Germany and learning German, I think there is a tie to the culture. So I think a lot of what we do with the beer is motivated also by the fact that we are presenting a beer, which is a big part of German culture, and also the drinking atmosphere. Right. And if you've been to our beer garden, and it's a different vibe. Families and kids are here, and dogs, and it's more of a community meeting place.
Right.
And that's the culture and the vibe we wanted to let people learn about, experience, and bring something new to Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like, to me, Steve, like with what you're doing, and you're talking about the people that wanted some enzymes and all that crap, right? Like, what you're making here is all the most natural, German style beer, which was what I wanted to ask you. Like, I think you kind of touched on that with your answer that JL, asked you. Like what is it with this German style beer? But it seems like with you bringing in all these malts and importing your products here, that it's the most honest or most pure of the malts and everything that you put into it.
Right. And again, I'm not saying the malt's better, but it does taste better, and it is really good malt.
Yeah.
But this is what we do. This is what I have a passion for.
For sure, man. For sure.
And this is what I want to share with the people in Kansas City.
Well, look, let me just tell you, man, this one right here, this Let's Go.
Prost.
It's gone.
Prost, Steve. Prost to that.
So, D-Rod, that is our light beer. It's only 3.5% alcohol, but it
got what?
3.5% alcohol.
Okay.
But it's you wouldn't guess that probably if you just
We
would have
need to
had
get
one.
We need to get D-Rod, Steve, one of those 8% beers you got.
What's the
'cause,
next one? I gotta grab.
I know
that.
you got one of those.
D-Rod, you
gotta
see
grab-
that bottle in there?
This one right here.
Yeah, that's 7.75%
There it is,
alcohol.
right there.
All right.
There
Is
it
it a
That's
twist
our-
though?
There it is, right there.
What is it?
That-
7.
7.75%.
Double the one you
go.
just had, D-Rod. I got to ask you this, Steve. So you going back to kind of the follow story here. So you decide to open the business, KC Bier Company. Did you know automatically, like, okay, I heard you're an analytical guy. So did you look up like regionally how many German breweries there are? I mean, how many are there, by the way, nationally in the United States?
Not very many.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
The closest one I know that does what we do seriously is Bierstadt Lagerhaus
Okay.
in Denver.
Okay.
It's a friend of mine that we traveled 4 or 5 times together to
Okay.
Germany.
Okay.
So just to really try beer and eat a lot of pork and potatoes.
Well,
So there's not a lot. There's
yeah,
not
and
a
so
lot.
I mean that's kind of where I was going. Is I think just so what we're learning about you is you make data driven decisions, and you figured there's a market here for this, and I mean when you started thinking through that, KC Bier Company, was that an automatic? I mean, by the way, BIER. Talk about the name.
It took me a while to decide on that. So I wanted to accomplish 2 things. I wanted people to know we were local. I did want to be identified with Kansas City.
Awesome.
I did research names. There was an old filing for something Kansas City Brewing Company or whatever. Okay, can't do that. Then I thought, okay, we're making German-style beer. BIER, the German spelling, is pronounced like the English BEER.
Right.
So I thought, okay, Kansas City Bier Company, KC Bier Co. would be a way to indicate our being local and also being German.
Okay. And how long did you take to decide? Because you said it took you a while. What were the other names you were thinking about, by the way?
Oh, I like Kansas City and being on the prairie. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about
no.
it. Happens all the time.
I set my alarm at
Even
6 o'clock.
for us, by the way.
So I don't forget to go home because my wife is waiting for me.
Uh-oh.
And usually does a
Give me-
great
grab me
job
another
making.
beer out of there, please.
Which one you want?
It don't
Whatever.
matter. I'll drink whichever one.
Here, let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Well,
go.
hold on. Let's give you one of mine.
Is it, the bottles are the same, Steve? If I drink one
Well,
bottle?
we put beer in both bottles and cans. That's a limited release, so that's only
This
in
one is?
bottles. Yeah, that's one of our
This is a limited
yeah
release?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Well, we got to try that. You were talking about the other names, though. What were the other names you were thinking about?
So one was Prairie Brew. I think I had a name Prost, but somebody else took that in Denver. So, but
Those damn Denver.
yeah,
Well, I mean, listen, KC Bier Company, thank you for this
Oh,
name, by
yeah.
the way. I mean, it's a hometown, man. Hometown brewery, hometown beer, man. I think all Kansas Cityans, you know how Kansas Cityans are, man. We rep Kansas City, So if you ever come up with a KC Beer Company hat, give me one so I can,
Oh,
rock,
yeah.
I can rock it on the
I think
podcast
we
for
will
you.
wear it.
we can take care of that for you.
Or a shirt.
yeah.
I definitely, I'm a shirt guy.
I would like another beer,
Yes,
Jackie.
let's get.
Is there a pure pills in there?
Yes. Oh, wait. I was gonna pour it.
I'll just grab something. Just grab something.
IPA, this one.
What's that red one there?
Oh, that's his favorite.
That's the same thing. It's a Let's Go or Helles Lager.
Helles Lager.
This is the most common beer style in Bavaria, a Munich style golden lager.
I heard that's your favorite beer.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, shout out Katie for that. Talk about Helles, man. Let's go there. I mean, When did you create this? Why did you create it? Was it an accident? Was it on purpose? You know, Helles is actually a really cool name, by the way, for a beer.
So Helles in German means pale or bright. So it's a pale golden style lager. And this is probably the closest equivalent to a domestic, American domestic lager.
Okay.
The difference would be domestics typically have an unmalted grain, an adjunct like corn or rice in it. And so that lightens the malt character of the body and not as much hops. This is not a hoppy beer, but it does have a little more hop character, more malt character. But I still think I think the big breweries have done a great job of convincing people that if beer tastes like beer, it tastes bad. And so to me, I think this is the perfect balance of malt and hops, but yet it's thirst quenching, smooth and delicious. And I always tell people I never apologize that beer is a great thing to drink when you're hot and thirsty.
It is, man. It is.
I have a motto.
Yeah.
Beer should be enjoyed like life in big gulps. So
That's exactly what I think, man. That's exactly what I do. You said that's a Munich beer?
style golden lager. If you went into a bar or tavern there and ordered a beer, you'd get this.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got Munich, you got Bavarian, you got Vienna, and of course German. What's the difference with all those different? I mean, you know, that one's more of a traditional lager. What's Vienna? What's Bulgarian?
Okay, so that's the neat thing about beer because it's made from grains and yeast, and so different air and water. So every area in the world has a different water chemistry. They grow different types of grain.
Right.
There's different microflora, the yeast.
Yeah.
And then there's the different cultures and the culinary traditions that people brew beer to match. So that's why I think beer is so fascinating because there's so many varieties and different types of beer.
Okay.
So you have this line right here, and I have to say this, right? You got this line of beers, right? Something that me and JL used to always do, Steve, when we would go to a bar, we would call it drink the line.
Yeah.
And we would start at one end and go down to the end.
Yeah.
And sometimes go back. And if we're really, really, really good, we go halfway to again.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. I got a feeling we're going to do that.
It's a long time ago.
So, I mean, you know, just you know, what I asked you about the Vienna and Bulgaria.
But let me say something before you say that, because I got to tell you this, Steve. I told D-Rod, this is before you had KC Bier Company, and I literally told D-Rod, I'm sure he remembers this, I said, hey, man, we're going to be doing this episode of KC Bier Company, Steve, you know, Holle. And I said, man, I went to that 12-year anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they weren't around in the early 2000s when we were, because I would not have made it that far down the line. Didn't I say that? I was like, we would not have made it that far down the line, man. So anyway.
And I have to admit, man, like the only ones that I've known that I've drank, you know, of your beers is the Pils and the Dunkel. The Dunkel?
Yeah.
You know, those.
Dunkel is the German, but
Dunkel?
everybody says Dunkel. I do too, yeah.
I apologize.
That means dark in German, so that's why it's a brown lager. Yeah.
Now, do you have a dark like a what is that, a stout? Do you do a stout style?
That's an Irish style.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and it usually uses roasted barley, which is an unmalted grain. We can't make that. We do so that Schwarzbier. So that Schwarzbier means black beer. So that is the closest thing. I think in German styles to a stout that you would get.
Is one of those in this bucket?
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a black label on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try that one too. I love dark beer. I love dark beer, man.
I like dark. I like red. You know, anything top with that red.
I didn't bring that beer. We have an Arrow Red Lager.
Oh, do you?
That we sell during Chief season.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody talked about that.
Yeah. I seen it.
Somebody talked about that. They called it Arrowhead Red. That's what they kept calling it.
That's great. We can't do that on the label,
Right,
but we're not
right.
disappointed that people are calling it
Right.
Arrow
And
Red.
what's the name of it? How do you say it?
Arrow Red.
Yeah.
Arrow Red.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just Arrow Red. I thought it was some other type of German name.
No, it's not it's Arrow Red.
What-
Lager. It is a lager. Yeah.
Okay.
When you started KC Bier Company, Steve, did you have a set of beers already made, and you're like, okay, this is what we're producing massive now?
Yes.
Which beers were those that you started early on?
So as a home brewer, we had a guy that worked here at one time who said he brewed 100 different beers. He had some book with recipes and he brewed them all. I was different. I wanted to open a brewery and I wanted to make good German style beer.
Right.
So I basically made Pils, Hefeweizen, Helles Lager, Dunkel, some Doppelbocks, a strong German lagers. So I didn't go very far off
Right.
the main track.
Right. It's not
Yeah.
Dunkel, by the way. It's Dunkel.
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 Genau.
I just learned that. Just, don't kill me. That's what I got told.
Well, I say Dunkel all the time too. 'Cause that's what
I'm
we
going to
got.
remember that for the rest of my life, Steve. Every
Hey,
time I
if
go in
you
there.
go up and order somewhere else, they probably won't even know what you're
They'll be
talking
like,
about.
what
No,
are
they
you
won't.
talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
Listen, this is how it's really said, all right?
Yeah.
Dunkel.
Very good.
Yeah, so so then you start the business, and then what? I mean, you weren't? Did you start here, or
Yes.
you did start here?
So
Original
there's
place?
actually two buildings here. We're in the second building we expanded into.
Okay.
We opened for about a month and a half, just our tasting room next door. And then once we kind of figured out that we made good beer that we felt
Yeah.
comfortable selling, then we
Real
started
good.
distributing beer. We started with just kegs, and then a couple years into our business, we started bottling beer.
Bottling, yeah.
And then 2 years ago, we started canning beer also.
And those were those main ones you talked about, right? You focused on those before you started expanding. different-
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The number of beer styles that we make now has expanded quite a bit.
What was your most popular beer early on?
It was and still is Dunkel.
Dunkel.
Absolutely, it's still 60% of all the beer we sell.
Does that go by a nickname of some sort? See, so somebody when we were out here, somebody said, "I'm drinking the staple" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, "The staple? I don't know what that is." And then they said Dunkel.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I'm not surprised the beer's popular. I'm surprised that it's as popular as it is. I think Boulevard maybe 15 years ago, Boulevard Wheat kind of had that same position. But I tell people how much Dunkel we sell of our overall volume, and they can't believe it.
By the way, you can call whatever you want. You're the founder.
Well, I should be.
I'm just telling
I
you.
should be
got
saying
told what-
Dunkel. I should be saying Dunkel,
but you call it whatever you want.
In your tasting room over there, I have to ask this too. Is there a limit like to what you cut people off? Like if pouring size, like do they also only get like 8 ounces of a certain one, or like they can only
Yes,
have like 3
so
of them or something?
I'll take a little sidetrack. So part of German culture is there are glassware appropriate glassware for each style of beer, and we follow that. So
Yeah.
you can So our stronger beers are in like a. Well, that's
Oh my god! I think I need one of those glasses. Man.
so like Der Bauer is served in a chalice, a 9-ounce chalice.
Yeah.
That's what you would put like Helles or Dunkel in. That's a liter.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
I love it.
That's if you went to Oktoberfest in Munich or in a beer garden, you would oftentimes get a beer that large.
So let me ask you this too:
Gosh.
a Stein, right? Is that part of your gig? Like the
So a lot of
Steins?
people will call this a Stein.
but it's not.
It's a Maßkrug. It's a mug, but it's glass, and that's what you normally get. A Stein means stone in German, so it's a ceramic mug. Which
Yeah.
there are some places that still have those, but it's kind of uncommon. These are much sturdier.
Yeah.
How many of those can you put down in a day at Oktoberfest?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Good answer.
Here's the thing, man.
My mother might be listening.
Yeah.
Mom, sorry.
Half of one.
You know, the funny, real quick, man. So I went to October. This is one of the most memorable Oktoberfests I ever went to, Steve. I went to Oktoberfest. It was in Colorado, Frisco, Colorado. And, I mean, it's a nice big party, you know. And they had a barrel of beer with just open. And people were just in lines with mugs, just, you know, filling it up. And I noticed, like, people are really looking at me and watching me for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm suspect.
Because you're good looking. That's
maybe
why.
I'm suspect. I don't know. I'm a good looking German guy. I don't know.
You're gonna pull two of them dudes out.
I don't know what to say, Steve. I'm a good looking German guy. And so I get to the, you know, and I started noticing people start pulling out their phones and taking photos and videos of me. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are people videoing
Why do they do
me?
that?
I don't know. This is a good looking German guy. Do you right? I have no idea. It was really fun and interesting. And I noticed, D-Rod, if you ever go to Colorado and hang out and drink beer up in the thousands of feet up in the air, you can't drink the same amount of beer that you can here in Kansas City.
Something to do with that oxygen.
Yeah, something about that. So anyway, and so as business continues, so I mean, is it hard to break into the market, not just in Kansas City, but let's say in the region, you know, Steve, when you're creating your own beer brewing company, you know, is it hard to break into the market with the German beer?
So I think you got to look at history. So when we opened, there might have been 10 or 12, maybe not that many kind of microbreweries, brew pubs in the Kansas City area, going up 50 miles radius. And now there's probably 50 or 60. If you want to open a brewery today and your passion is to make beer and just serve it by the glass over a bar, and you have a real passion for that, I think that model works.
Right.
So we opened this brewery to be a regional brewery that distributes its beer through the wholesale channels.
Right.
And still, we sell about 90% of our beer that way. About 10% is sold in our tasting room. It used to be a lower percentage in our tasting room, but that's the challenge today. Is there's so many breweries for a smaller brewer like us competing in a wholesale market. It's much tougher. And I'll give you an example. So, like, if you've named some large craft breweries, you probably would mention Lagunitas, New Belgium, even Boulevard. So Lagunitas is owned by Heineken. New Belgium's owned by Kirin, the Japanese. So a lot of these former independent craft breweries are now belong to an international brewing conglomerate, and they have access to supply channels and distribution of their beer in the retail area. So it's tough to compete now.
When they already got that plug in to throw it out there.
Correct. Yeah. So we only sell beer in Missouri and Kansas right now, and we do get people interested in selling our beer in Iowa or Nebraska. And we haven't done that yet because it's just really hard to sell enough volume to make that worthwhile. Because there's so many local breweries and people and craft beer, and it should be a kind of a local thing.
Yeah. German restaurants. You got it. I mean, how many German restaurants is there?
There's not many.
Yeah.
So Grunauer they're Austrian. Nick Grunauer's family's Austrian. Fair, and they're like 2 blocks apart in downtown. After that, there's kind of us, and we have a small kitchen with mostly small plates, a lot of sausages and stuff. We are going to open a second retail location in Lenexa, and that will have a full scratch kitchen, and we'll have a wider menu of traditional German cuisine.
Oh, man, I can't wait. Where's that going to be at?
It's at 98th and Ridgeview, so it's Lenexa. It's about a half a mile north of K10.
Is that in the making right now? Is that what you're?
Oh yeah, the building is. Can I show you a picture?
Let's do it, man. Let's go.
So maybe you just hold that second one. So it's gonna be large. So this is the front elevation. So the building is framed right now. I don't know if you can see that. They're putting up the siding, and the interior finish is not done yet.
Yeah.
But I'll give you the thing that's going to be unique about this. Thank you. Is the beer garden.
Okay.
So we'll be able to sit 400 or 500 people outside in a beer garden.
Oh wow.
And there's no pickleball or anything else. You're just going to go
Just
there and
tables
sit
and
around.
beer. Just tables and beer and
Right,
sausage.
kind of like in Germany.
Eat pork and drink beer.
So if you go to a beer garden in Germany, oftentimes they're in a public park. And so there'll be a playground. So we will have a playground, small play area for kids to play if you bring your family and the kids want to go play. And then we also have a little dog area.
Right.
In Germany, you can take a dog into a restaurant unless it's, high-end white tablecloth.
Sure, sure.
And so we wanted to let people bring dogs. And so we're trying to make it as sort of like the experience you would get if you were in Munich as possible.
Why Lenexa? Was that an area you saw in receipts as zip codes and coming from that area over there, or?
Well, the reason is we were asked, really, and we get approached, and I'm sure a lot of breweries do, to be a tenant in a new development.
Right.
It's kind of a neat thing. It draws people in. So a developer there approached us for a number of reasons, but I did like the location. I thought it was going to be great access, growing area.
Yeah.
It's far enough from this location. It shouldn't really
no competition
compete. So those were kind of all the reasons.
Right. And that's a big footprint. I mean, how many square feet did you say it was?
So the entire building is about 16,000 feet.
Wow.
So there'll be about 400 seats inside and 500 outside. It does have some event that includes some event space. We can have private parties and things. But there's an upstairs mezzanine. But in the beer garden there will be a stage, and we're going to have a 13-foot video board TV. So if we want to have a Chiefs watching party in the beer garden, and we're hoping we can be open for the World Cup, so people can come there and watch World Cup games. And we do have a following of German soccer league, Bundesliga. People that come here every Saturday at like 8:30.
Oh, really?
So they start watching German soccer.
Nice.
And so I think that's going to fit in well with, the fact that we brew German beer and support the German culture and the sports teams and so forth.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Man, I can't either. I'm going to go out there and visit you guys, man.
For
Is there a
sure,
space where we can do pop-up podcasts right there, Steve?
We would love to have you there.
Well, and you know what I was
You
thinking
guys
about.
can come every week if you want.
You know what I was thinking about? My mind went straight to the sausage, man. I'm like, man, look, if you need a couple of guinea pigs to come up here and try that, man.
Well, and we did. I mean, I would love for you to talk about the food because I tried the jalapeno. No, wait, no, is it the jalapenos?
We do have a cheese jalapeno brat, yeah. So that is made by Scabuzzo, a local
shout out Scabuzzo,
butcher, and great to work with. We have a Dunkel brat that's made with our Dunkel beer.
Yeah.
And we came up with our own spice recipe, so that they make that for us.
Okay.
And you only sell that here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, right now.
Yeah.
But we get most other sausages, authentic sausages, from a butcher, Bavaria House in Madison, Wisconsin. And Heinrich was immigrant, and the sausages are real. We have a lot of Germans that come here, and if we claim something's a Weisswurst, they will tell me.
Check you.
They will say, Steve, this isn't authentic.
Hey man, I don't know where you got this. Send it back. No. Send it back, Steve.
No, they are defenders of their culture and the food. No, that's not right.
I went one time, Joe, when I was traveling a lot with the UP, man.
Yeah.
There was a German restaurant in Jeff City.
Okay.
at that time.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, there still is.
Are they still there?
Yeah.
I remember I would go there
Yeah.
after got off the train, and we would go eat. But they would also bring us, like, we'd drink and eat the sausage, man. But they bring us a shot of some type of German liquor or something. I want to say it was kind of lemony, like had a lemon flavor. I don't know what it was, but it was some German liquor, man.
So, yeah, they have a schnapps culture there. So, what's really delicious are their fruit schnapps. So they make it out of pear, apple, even
that was
cherry, and it's not sweet. They don't back sweeten it like you get the sweet Goldschlager stuff here.
No.
But they do a lot of herbal stuff, and we actually make schnapps now. We have a
do you?
distiller's license, and so
And that's only sold
after dinner. Usually there's a Underberg.
Yeah.
It's herbal. It's supposed to settle your stomach.
I think
it's an excuse, but
Yeah,
that's what. You need to have this because you ate so much. You need to settle your stomach.
Yeah. JL, I think your man did like fucking 5 of them days. I was like, give me another one.
No, so my business partner is Jürgen Hager. So he's from Bavaria. So
Okay.
we made a sort of a
Thank you.
what's the
yeah.
German schnapps? Jägermeister knockoff.
Jägermeister.
Oh, yeah,
And we
yeah.
call it. His name's Jürgen, so it's called Jürgenmeister. But we don't
Jürgenmeister.
back sweeten it. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna try that, man. I'm gonna crack open. Thank you, D-Rod. This black lager,
Yes.
Steve. So
Schwarzbier.
Schwarzbier.
Yeah, let the Schwarz be with you.
Let the
Schwarzbier.
Schwarz be with you. Let me
Man,
finish.
I'm definitely gonna finish my beer and drink this. I gotta ask you this, man. So, how many beers different types of beers do you have now?
I was anticipating that question.
Yeah.
So we have 6 year-round beers. We have the 4 red labels.
Okay.
So those are very traditional styles. Dunkel, Hefeweizen, the Bavarian wheat beer, the Helles Lager, and the Pilsner.
Okay.
And then we do make the Let's Go Lager, which is a recipe that we brewed a collaboration with Schönrahm Brewery in Bavaria, basically their recipe. And so that's our light beer. And then we make a IPA called, never say IPA because I said I would never make an IPA.
Well, that IPA is it's a
Listen,
Indian.
Yeah.
I think you and I can get along on a Friday night or Saturday night, hanging out at a bar because I do not drink IPAs. I try
Okay.
not to.
It's an acquired taste. I really like ours.
Yes,
so, but
it is.
Yeah.
I like. I mean, we make German style beer, but I do like
this
all
one?
kinds of beer.
I'll try your IPA.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tonight.
For sure.
All right.
The one thing I was going to ask you, Steve, is, and I know you have a big team now, and things like that, and you rely on your brewmasters, I'm sure, and people your brewing team to kind of come up with creative ideas on how to try, maybe some seasonal things and do that. But what keeps you going, man? I mean, you have your 6 solids right there, if you will. You know what I mean? And is it important for you and KC Bier to continue to evolve over time and try different products out in the market? Or is it just fun and it's a passion and you're like, hey, man, we think these are good. We think other people would think these are good. What is that for you?
I think it's more about getting people to appreciate what we already do.
Right.
These beers right here, take the IPA out, even the beers over here, the Kölsch and the Schwarzbier, those are traditional recipes. And I think our goal is to make a traditional beer as good as possible, taste as good as possible. So it's all about the ingredients and the process and perfecting the flavor of the beer. We don't do a lot of experimentation. You were at the anniversary party.
Yeah.
I kind of call that you heard of the movie The Purge? That's kind of our purge. We let our brewers do
Go
small
crazy with
batches
it,
and
yeah.
go a little crazy, and I always kind of cringe, but they
Yeah.
have a good time, and I think the people that come there.
But I mean, to
like
that
the-
end, man, and
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that because it's a great segue to this question. There were beers there that were quite popular that are not on this table. There was actually a Mexican beer that people talked about like quite
at
a
the
bit.
anniversary party.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were like, "Man, this Mexican, I don't know what it was because
Yeah.
guess what? Whenever we showed up, it's gone." And I'm like, "Damn, I'm Mexican. I want to try a Mexican beer, you know?" And it's gone, Steve. So I mean, you know, don't give them too hard of a
Okay,
time,
all right.
because it was gone by the time I showed up maybe half an hour after it started.
Yeah.
Gone.
All right. Jill, I'm going to let you feel a little bit better about
Okay,
yourself.
tell me.
So,
got some.
like in the United States, German and Austrian immigrants in Mexico kind of created. So, Modelo, Corona,
Sure.
those are pale lagers. It's basically a German style. Mexico is especially popular or well known for their amber or brown lagers,
Yes.
the Modelos.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a Dunkel. If you go to the Modelo website, I believe they actually talk about the Austrian brewmaster that developed that style.
Okay.
And it's German, brewed after a German.
Well, you know,
Dunkel
Germans
style.
been influencing Mexicans for years. Man. I mean, listen. Be right. Why do we play the accordion? It's Germany, man.
You're absolutely, and the tuba. That's another
I'm
thing the
telling
two
you,
cultures
like,
share.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man.
Yeah.
And pork. You know,
Pork,
we do
tubas,
amazing
and accordions.
We do
I
amazing
agree.
things with all these things.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that's amazing. But I'm just saying. So, you know, I appreciate the purge because that's what you're doing there.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
awesome. But there were some. I mean, people talked about. I mean, do you make wine here, or do you? You sold wine, or do you just sell it? But it was
We sold, yeah, we have German and Austrian wines that we did sell. We make cider too. So it's a
okay.
very dry,
wow.
fully
Yeah.
fermented, no back sweetened cider. And, okay, you know why we do that?
why?
Because we have a wholesale brewer's license. We can distribute, ship beer out, and sell
Okay.
it to retail stores. That's not legal in Missouri to do that, and also sell your beer by the glass at your brewery.
Oh.
But if you're a winery, you can do that. So Boulevard, Schlafly, KC Bier Company, anybody that's a wholesale production modeled brewery has to have a winemaker's license to make a fruit-based beverage. Because a winery in Missouri wanted to promote the wine tourism industry. So if you go to a winery, you can buy a bottle of wine, a glass of wine. You can also buy a cocktail or a beer.
Yeah.
So that's why we make cider. That's why Boulevard sells wine
So
or
that's-
cider. Yeah.
That's why you
Ciders
call it
too, yeah.
cider.
Yeah.
So this is why some people they make a version of it's like
Something-
tequila,
something happened. Oh.
but tequila has to come from Jalisco,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Mexico.
Right,
It
right,
can't
right.
come from anywhere else
Right.
in the world.
They call it agave spirit.
Agave
Yeah.
spirits. So it's the same principle.
Right.
Same principle.
So the same principle exists for wine, and so we're breaking the rules. So Kölsch, that's the
Is that the cider?
no, that's a beer that's native to Cologne, Germany. Köln is the German name for that.
Okay.
But it's actually a restricted name. You can't call it Kölsch unless it's from the region around Cologne, Germany.
Okay.
We don't do that, but we're breaking the rules.
So it's,
Well, we ain't
so it's
gonna
a
tell
rule, but
nobody.
it's not
Yeah.
like some sort of.
We tried to get around that Kölsch style, but
Hey, man,
people like that name and they recognize it. We kind of had a
Some rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you're producing probably the best German beer
It's-
here
hey, I'm
in the
telling you.
region, man.
Okay.
So,
I'm saying right now, this is great.
and
man.
this beer right here, Steve, Schwarzbier, Schwarzbier,
Schwarzbier.
Schwarzbier. Sorry.
So you like that? So that's it's roasty. It's got some chocolate and roast character, but it's much more subtle than like a stout or beer or Irish ale.
Okay.
And I would say that's typical of German beers. It's all about balance and harmony.
It's smooth, man. It's real
and
smooth.
so and Americans, and this isn't a criticism at all, because I like big, crazy, over the top IPAs and some things.
Sure.
But I've heard people describe American brewers as if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. And so I think Germans, because it is something they drink all the time, with meals and whatever.
Breakfast,
I think,
everything.
I think there's more of a focus on just balance and
Right.
yeah.
Man, this tastes so light for a dark beer.
It does.
You know,
Right.
most people, the Irish one. Okay, we'll just say that the Irish one.
I do like that Irish beer though. That is
And
really
I do
really
too.
like it. Yeah.
I like beer. I like beer. I like it all. But that one, people always, whenever they drink that, I was like, it's so thick, it's so heavy. To me, this one, yours,
Yes.
it tastes light. It tastes refreshing.
Yes.
It tastes like I could slam this whole
Yes.
thing right now.
This is
It's just,
I'm serious. It does.
It
It's an
does to
excellent
me.
beer, and I know you won an award on it, and we're going to get to that here in a second. But to D-Rod's point, though, Steve, so over in Westport, there's a popular Irish bar.
Yes,
and they serve the Irish beer we're talking about on tap.
They also serve our beer. So.
They also serve your beer?
yeah.
Okay. Do they serve this one?
No.
Okay, well, they should serve this one. But I walked in there, D-Rod, one day, and I said, "Yeah, I want to get the big cup. Was
Yeah.
it 22-ounce cup maybe?" I said, "I want to get that. I want the Irish beer." And the guy, I shit you not, Steve. The guy looks at me and he goes, "You want that in this cup?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Why? What's wrong?" Well, a lot of people don't order it that big because it gets warm.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
You don't know me.
I'm like, you don't know me. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean,
JL, you're a trendsetter, because that beer should be they have the tiny nitrogen
Yes.
bubbles.
Yes.
That's because that used to be a cask ale down in the cellar at like 55, 60 degrees, and they pumped it up and it entrained air into it that created that look.
Right.
And that beer should not be drunk ice cold. So you are a connoisseur of beer. I'm just saying.
I knew it.
You knew it. I didn't even know it.
That I didn't know it until
That
Steve-
is how you should drink that beer.
Thank you.
Kudos to you,
Next
man.
time I go in there, I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
Listen here. This is how this beer should be served,
Right.
D-Rod. Okay, so we got to ask you about this, man. So you have a medal there next to, I forgot the name of this beer, but
Kölsch.
Kölsch.
Kölsch. Yeah. So an ale, a pale golden ale from the area of Cologne.
Okay.
And it did win a gold medal at the 2025 Great American Beer Festival.
Let's see it. Let's see that medal.
See if we can. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice.
So that was our first gold medal we won at the Great American Beer Festival. We've won some other ones, but we did win a gold 2 years ago with a homebrew scale up of an off-style Grodzicki, which is a Polish-style beer. But
Okay.
that's a big deal for us.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What I mean, you said earlier 10,000 plus breweries in the United States. I mean, do they all submit beers for this, and how does that work exactly?
No, they don't. So I would say there's probably about. I'm older. My memory's not as good as it used to be.
He needs
But
another beer.
there's-
Get him a beer
Yeah,
because
he
his
needs a
memory is
refresher.
starting to
memory.
I
fail.
would say there's probably about 800 breweries that enter the Great American Beer Festival.
Yeah.
And so categories run from one category, like an IPA might have 250 entries, to a sort of an obscure style that might only have 25.
Okay.
So it just depends. I can't
Right.
remember. Kölsch isn't like an IPA, but it's not a real small.
8,000 entries is what I was told.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
And you won the gold medal for this one?
We did. We also won a silver medal for our Doppelbock.
Wow.
And then, you can't see it right now, but the thing I'm probably most proud of, we won a silver medal in Germany for our Winterbock.
Okay.
In 2021 in Germany. Yeah.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Man, for
That's, man, you've got to be really proud of that one.
That's for the.
That's why I pointed
Winterbock?
it out.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, I am.
I mean, listen, you took trips to Germany.
Right.
You started learning about
Right.
brewing beer,
Right.
German style.
You're vested, man. You're vested in it.
No, that is one of the things that I really makes me feel good about what we're doing is when somebody who's lived in Germany or is German and says they recognize that our beer tastes like what they remember having in Germany. So.
Absolutely. And I would say to any Mexicans listening to this, particularly family and friends, come support KC Beer because you're gonna love this beer. I mean, I promise.
So
Cerveza local.
Let's go. You know what though? To recognize your achievements here, accomplishments, Steve. You know what that is? That's a Prost. Salud,
Salud,
man.
Salud.
And he doesn't have
All right.
anything, and we need to get him something. Well, they went to get
Just
him
grab
one.
me something.
Well, no. We'll wait. They went to get you a Helles. We're gonna get you.
Okay.
Because we were talking about Kölsch.
All right.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna wait till you fill that up. And
I can't wait.
and is this a yearly competition, Steve? That
Yes.
they're doing, and do you guys submit every year?
Yes.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive. Look at that pour, man.
Man.
Look at that pour. Tell me this guy hasn't done this before.
Well, see, that's how
That's a real pour.
That's what, yeah. And so you want to avoid the sports bar pour where, people
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
get that extra ounce
Yeah.
of beer, but
Yeah.
the
There's something about that
carbonation,
head,
the
right?
release of that
Yeah.
releases the aromas, which are part of the
Okay.
beer flavor. And
So
of
I
course, it looks cool.
shouldn't get mad when they give me all that head, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, man, you're jipping
Well,
me," you know.
See, well, we address that because we put a fill line like they do
Yeah.
in Germany. So
I see it right here.
We're pouring you 12 ounces of beer here, and that's 12 ounces, and you're supposed to have the head on top. Yeah.
I noticed that when you gave
Yeah,
us these cups.
yeah.
I'm like, when I poured it, it stopped right there exactly.
Wow. Hey, you know what that is, D-Rod?
I know exactly what that is.
Salud, Prost, Steve.
Prost.
Thank you.
Salud.
Salud. See, we're a lot like Germans and Mexicans.
I agree.
Germans and Mexicans, man. We love beer. I mean, Jesus, man. So what are you drinking now?
The Kölsch.
The Kölsch.
Yeah, the gold medal winning Kölsch.
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 Man.
That's that right there?
Yeah.
So here's
The
what's
yellow
funny.
one.
That's
Here's
this
here's what's funny. So when we were here talking to people who came to your party, I was like telling people like, oh, salud, and the guy says, well, as we say in Germany,
What?
I swear to God, he said that. I have that on video. But yeah, it was kind of funny.
All right, so you spoke earlier, right? And I wanted to bring this up with you, man. The World Cup, right? You got the World Cup, man. We got Netherlands coming, man. We got
Argentina, England.
We got England coming,
Yep.
right? Those are all close people, man. Close people. So, what's your preparations, man? You stocked up crazy? You got some big events going on?
So, yes, we are anticipating increased demand for beer. And we are also trying to work with our retailers to sort of promote the World Cup in general. And we've got some banners and things that we'll be offering
some
to our
specials.
retail partners to sort of promote the whole
Absolutely.
join the World Cup
Absolutely.
matches. Yeah.
Yeah.
You a big international football guy?
I'm sorry,
Proud Midwesterner
I should say
right
yes,
there.
but I'm not. I'm,
Listen, it's okay. You're not going to offend us.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but Netherlands, I mean, England,
Yeah.
those are all close.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
all close, in which,
Right.
there's still some, I imagine there's still going to be some drinkers, man, who want this flavor, who want this.
That's where we're hoping it'll be, especially like the Dutch, or they're used to the European malts and
Right.
styles. So
I got to ask you this, man. So, you know, we were kind of joking, having some fun with you earlier about the percentage you have in your beers, you know, alcohol percentage. Is there a limit, in your opinion, on how high you should go with a beer before it stops tasting good, if you will? I mean, have you tried like a 15%, you know, beer or anything like that?
Yes, I have. Excuse me. So here's the thing. It's like wine. Yeast can only ferment to about 12 to 14% alcohol, and then it dies. Alcohol to yeast is sort of like carbon dioxide to a human. You can put us in a room and we breathe oxygen and we excrete carbon dioxide, but eventually the carbon dioxide is going to kill us, or I guess you could say the lack of oxygen. But the alcohol actually damages the yeast, and at some point, to get a higher percentage, you have to distill it.
Okay.
So we do something a little opposite of that, and I'll bring this out. We make this. It's a Doppelbock for Lent.
Hey.
Because the monks couldn't eat during Lent, but they could drink beer. So there's a tradition in Germany to make a strong beer during Lent, so you can not break your fast. But we will take this beer, and right now we're freezing it because alcohol freezes at a lower temperature than water. So we take it down to like 24 degrees, and the water crystals start to form, and they float as ice to the top of the tank, concentrates the alcohol, and then we drain it. So we can only get to like 12 or 13 percent alcohol with that, but it's incredibly smooth. There's something about that freezing process, and you kind of lock in some of the harsh character in the beer and the ice in that, and you get this really delicate kind of higher alcohol beer. But
so is this good? Because I gave up bread and potatoes for Lent, Steve. So if I drink that, I mean, the yeast and bread, I mean, you know.
Well, they do call beer liquid bread. I don't know. You're going to have to make a moral decision there. You might want to consult your priest.
Listen, God.
You can consult your priest.
Listen, God. Okay, I just checking because, you know.
You might have a break here because this beer has been blessed.
Well,
we bring in a minister. We had Father Nick several years ago. He actually tried to do a fast with beer.
Father Nick?
He didn't make it.
We need to get Father Nick on the podcast.
You should. But he didn't make it. He made it, I think, halfway through Lent, and then he told us he had, because we gave him.
Well, it's either turn into an alcoholic, God, or just continue eating me.
He went 20 days drinking beer.
Oh, that's great, man.
That's
Father
awesome.
Nick, shout out
Father Nick.
Yeah, man. Okay, so how long you've been in business for 12 years? You just celebrated your 12th year anniversary, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, our guess is just like every business owner, man, there's been some challenging times. And granted, you know, COVID wasn't that long ago, right?
COVID was challenging, yes.
Challenging. But what would you say was the biggest challenge you've had, you know, with KC Bier, looking backward 12 years?
I would say, there's some challenges. Just getting started, there's a lot of things you have to deal with.
Right.
But I would say right now maybe there's a lot of breweries, so there's a lot of competition. And young people are drinking less. They're drinking less beer. And also beer compared to 12 years ago, there weren't so many beer alternatives. There really wasn't a lot of seltzers, canned cocktails, Delta 9 drinks, which are gained a lot of popularity. Even
THC.
We saw beer sales go down as soon as Missouri legalized.
Is that right?
Marijuana back. I guess it was end of February 2023. So, there's a lot of different alternatives, and I think for many reasons, people just aren't drinking as much alcohol. And that's why non-alcoholic beer, it's still a small segment of the total beer market, but it's growing very rapidly.
Really? Do you guys do one yet?
No.
Not yet.
We do I don't have it out. Yeah, I do. We do a hop water. So it's a non-alcoholic carbonated water seltzer that's got real hops in it. So I like that better than drinking an NA beer because it's got real hops. It smells like hops, and it
Does it
just
got any
tastes like a
flavor to
good.
it?
What's that?
Has it got any flavor to it?
Hops.
Oh, just
yeah,
hops,
but
right.
it doesn't have the malt, but
Right.
that's the thing about NA beers that aren't. I just
Yeah.
it doesn't. It tastes like
Yeah.
it's not really
Yeah.
beer to me.
Right.
But it's very.
It's not your
popular.
daily. It's not your daily.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
I
looking
get
for the
that.
base.
I get that. If somebody who's brand new to KC Beer, which I met a couple actually at your 12-year party, if you were going to say, hey, listen, try these beers and tell us, if you want to introduce them to KC Beer and your flavors here, which beers are you pointing them to?
Yeah, it's a lot about personal preference. I think so. People really know Dunkel, but to me, I think what's not people need to experience is our pale lagers, whether it's the Pure Pills,
Right.
the Helles Lager, or the Let's Go Lager.
Right.
Because a lot of people drink domestic lagers, and I think if they just tried it, they would realize the deeper, more satisfying flavor
Right.
of what we do with the beers we make.
This one is
Yes.
fire. This one
great
is
beer.
incredible. Incredible. They all are.
Yeah, they all are. They all are. And then, a lot of people, I'm sure, see KC Bier Co. You're out here in Kansas City. You're extending, your branch here or another location, if you will.
Right.
Where do you see this going for you? For what is the grand vision you have in your head? I mean, you have a second location. Are you thinking I know you talked about the challenges of people not drinking so much.
Yeah.
Are you think you're set for a little while?
Yes, so one of the reasons why we were interested in a second retail location is the fact that it's difficult for a small regional local brewery to compete in the wholesale beer market. I mentioned some of those
Right.
challenges. Our tasting room does really well. We do a 2-day Oktoberfest, actually 18 hours a day and a half.
Right.
That's very popular. And it seems that our brand resonates particularly with people when they can enjoy it in the environment that we provide at our retail location here or at KC Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
But I also think if people have a chance to go to, and they're in Lenexa, then maybe they're not familiar with their beer, and they go and they have a unique experience and enjoy good beer, they'll be more likely to order that beer when they go out to eat the next time or buy that in a store when they go shopping for
Yeah,
beer.
for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I know I will.
Yeah, I know. We've had success in Kansas City. I still think there's a lot of people that really don't know our beer or have tried a lot of it.
Right.
So I
So
still
is
think
there-
there's some
is-
people we can reach out to.
They will after this.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you. So,
Go ahead. Sorry.
now, is there any particular place? I know you said that the place in Westport has you, serves you. Is there any other major restaurants or bars that you got, somewhere where they can go to and get it more versus just...
Well, you can buy our beer in stores, like any grocery
Any
store,
liquor
any major
store,
liquor
any
store.
major liquor
Yeah,
store
we
up there.
we have good distribution. Restaurants, it's hit and miss, and I don't want to mention one over another one because we have a lot of good.
Right.
But I will say we have a very popular barbecue restaurant in town. They sell both Dunkel and Pure Pills, and as I said, Dunkel outsells all of our beer. It's it's 60% of the Pure Pills actually outsells Dunkel there. I think
Really?
because
Well,
people are
what
getting a chance,
restaurant
and
is
it's a great beer with salty meat, a steak or something. So
Well, shout out
I-
Q39, man. We talked to we talked to Kelly McGee.
Yeah,
Kelly McGee,
we
man,
met Kelly.
She was in your
That's
seat,
it.
She
man.
sat there where you are.
That's Q39. Yes,
Shout out
indeed.
Kelly McGee.
Hey,
No,
so
I
listen.
thank them for putting that beer on because it sells very well for them.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a very
and slaps.
And it goes back
And
it goes,
slaps,
and
yeah.
it goes back with the pairing, right? It goes back with the pairing of the beer. We had this conversation, with the pairing with the foods and the beer. It
Right.
just ignites all those flavors and robustness and does things with the palate, you know.
Yeah.
So the next time anybody's in there, Slabs or Q39,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
get you one of these.
I was gonna mention, Steve. I don't know if you're familiar, like this Farmhouse Ale.
All right.
Very good beer.
thank you.
Very good.
And I know you said is this seasonal? You said or
Yes.
Yeah. So I was gonna mention our friends at Farmhouse KC, the farmhouse over in the River Market.
Yes.
Vince and Marty.
Yep.
You should holler at them, man.
I've eaten there. Great restaurant.
Yes,
that-
we're big fans,
them-
and they're good friends of us.
Yeah.
They did an episode with us too, by the way.
Okay.
That I think that's a great collab for you guys,
All right.
man.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna ask Jackie to get a video ready that we made for you, but first, when we do that, if you had to go back in time, Steve, 12 years in business, celebrating. Congratulations again, by the way.
Thank you.
Is there one thing you would do over? Like you say, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'd try this.
I think I was focused on making beer, and I have a business background, so starting the business was always difficult, making
Right.
the beer, and I was a novice at making commercial beer. I think if I had one thing I could do over that, I would have prepared myself better for, because we are a wholesale brewery, is better understanding the intricacies and how the three-tier wholesale beer distribution network works. That's something I wish I.
What is that, by the way, for those that don't know? Can you help us understand?
So, in the United States, it's called three-tier because there's supposed to be three parties in how beer is made and sold. So, the first tier is the supplier, the brewery. Second tier is the wholesaler that buys the beer from the brewery, and then the wholesaler sells it to the retailer. So that's the three tiers. And the laws are set up after Prohibition to basically separate those three tiers, because what happened before Prohibition was that breweries would go to a retailer, for example. Oh, you're opening a new restaurant. Well, I'll buy your furniture and put in your, a bunch of tenant finish improvements, but you're only going to sell our beer.
Right.
So they wanted to get away from that, so they basically created independent wholesale segment middle between the supplier and the retailer to help avoid that.
Oh, okay.
But it's a complicated thing, and a lot of the wholesalers are tied closely to a larger brewery. And so it's hard for a small supplier brewery like us sometimes to get peace of mind of a larger wholesaler.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because they have a lot of
absolutely.
brands, and they have brands that are bigger than ours. So that's the challenge.
Boy, do we know that challenge, Steve.
Yeah.
We do know that challenge.
It's even in this industry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
even in this one too.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
yeah.
we faced those battles. Well, listen, we have a little video we made for you. I'm gonna have actually, Jack, make sure that's turned up so he can hear it. And
All right.
this is for you, Steve. After we asked people after 12 years, what would they like to express to you in your business? So here's the video. Go ahead and show them. You have to grab that, Steve, and watch it.
What is one thing you'd like to express to them? I mean, 12 years in business, man. You sound like you're a longtime customer.
Yes, I
What's
am.
one thing you'd like to express to this Kansas City business?
I think it's gratitude. It's just like a wonderful way to bring people together, and it's a beautiful day, and that's all I'm the founder. So
We have experienced a lot of breweries, and by far, KC Bier is the best German brewery we've ever been to.
Cheers to 12 years. We love you. Just thanks for all you do, and always being here for us.
This is my first time here, but I will say, this is a damn good place. Good vibes. I'll go talk to people I've never met. It's been a good vibe. Everyone's getting along. I'm drinking beer, drinking wine. just living life. I love it here.
It was my first time out here, and it seems like he's been doing a great job. So yeah, you're killing it. It's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no, literally first time ever having a KC Bier Company beer at all. So thank you.
I would just say thank you and keep it up and keep being creative.
There we go. 12 years,
KC
man.
Bier Co after 12 years. Thank you for all the good times. We've had a lot of fun. Oktoberfest down here, your anniversary parties, everything. We love you guys.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, everybody loves y'all.
Hey, I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I love that you're bringing true German brewing to Missouri. I love it. I love it.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change. Keep what they're doing. I mean, they must be doing something right.
That's
I mean,
right.
they got a lot of people always here, always busy, and I love this place.
Well, we love you all. I'm a KC local myself, and we come visit you guys practically every other weekend, and glad you guys are going to stick around, hopefully for another 12 more.
Let's go. That's a salute.
All right, Jack, go ahead and grab that from him.
All right. Thank you for doing that. That was very nice.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Steve. Well,
No.
listen, man. I mean, hearing your story, man, growing up here, Hickman Mills School, man, you were in the banking business, you said, and you went to Germany. And this is clearly a passion for you, man.
It is.
And, that's the whole point for us, man, is, people see businesses like yours in the city. We support them. We go to your businesses. But, oftentimes, people do not know the story behind the business, the person, and so we appreciate you spending your time here tonight with us. But you have people on that video.
Yes.
And you have a bunch of people who, this is their
Right.
first time.
Yes.
And you're making them fans instantly, right? So you know what that is, D-Rod. Another one, Steve.
Yeah.
That's a Prost.
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 Salute.
Steve. Salute, Steve. We got to drink this. And ultimately, man, we got to tell you, man, congratulations.
All right,
12
thank
years,
you.
man. We look forward to the next 12, obviously. Before we let you go, though, we're going to have a little fun with you.
All right.
Especially now that we've drinking a little alcohol. This is going to be real fun.
You want another one?
Absolutely.
Okay, which one?
Do they have another one of these? Because this is an amazing.
There were two in there, so I think
we
don't
drank
have any
both of
more.
those. I'll drink whatever. Pick something.
Whatever?
Pick a whatever.
Well, a Dunkel would be a step down in the color category.
Just give me the Dunkel.
With a more,
give me the
Dunkel.
Dunkel. Dunkel.
Kölsch. That's
That's the award-winning one right there, D-Rod.
The award-winning one.
And so D-Rod has a good little Kansas City trivia for you.
All right.
Steve.
Bring it on.
That we're going to hit you with and see how much you know about your city, man.
That's right. That's right. ENTERRUPT KC, man. Here we go. Kansas City. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. So the first question, Steve. Kansas City is a nickname, City of Fountains. How many fountains are estimated to be within the city limits? He's looking at Katie. Google this, Katie. Katie, you better Google this for me.
What was it? The 75th anniversary. We did a fountain beer, fountain wheat, and what for the Fountain Foundation. It takes care of the fountains. I'm going to say, well, there's more than Paris, right? That's what the.
That's right. That's right.
Don't Google it.
throw
All right, I'm just going to say 125. 150.
Come on.
200.
200.
By the way, did I pour this correctly? Because that
Looks beautiful. Yeah.
That stopped right at 12%.
Yeah, you did beautiful.
perfect.
I mean, look at this, Jack. That stopped right at 12%.
That's
Or
where it
12
needs to
ounces.
be.
Sorry, 12%. Holy moly.
You are a beer drinker natural.
I'm a connoisseur.
I know you
Steve.
are.
You called me that earlier.
Yeah.
All right, next.
All right, next one. Here we go. All right, just for the record, right? Trivia, man.
Yes.
Trivia, right? ENTERRUPT KC. So everybody who's going to take this. All right. What date did the Union Station open?
So it's the second largest train station in the United States behind
Correct.
Central Station in New York. I am going to say 1906.
Ooh. One more try.
1908.
1914.
Okay.
Oh, close.
It was
though.
right before
You're
World
close,
War,
man. You're
World
good.
War
Within,
II. Yeah.
within
All right.
10 years there.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I know you know this, Steve. What famous intersection marks the historic Kansas City Jazz District?
Okay, Vine. I'm gonna 17th and Vine.
Close. 18th.
18th. I was trying to say whether it was 18th or 17th.
We're going to give you that.
All right,
Ding.
all right.
We'll give you that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Maybe you know this one. And it's going to be, I'm going to give you a multiple choice, all right?
All right.
I'm going to give you a multiple choice. How tall is the Liberty Memorial Tower? All right. Multiple choice. Number 1, 150 feet.
No.
B, 217 feet. C, 333 feet. D, 185 feet.
I'm going to go with C, the 300 number.
Man, I'm sorry. It's 217 feet.
All right.
I mean,
All right.
close.
You're close.
Okay.
You're in range. You're in range, Steve.
You're close.
I'm thinking big.
Yeah. Go big, go home, man. Go big or go home.
Who's the real estate developer behind Country Club Plaza?
J.C. Nichols.
Bing.
All right.
Bing.
Here we go.
He got that.
You got that one. Okay, I'm going to give you another one on that one. All right. Let me see. Okay, for the Country Club Plaza. Oh, you did that, right? All right. Who designed the Country Club Plaza?
Ooh.
Okay, I don't know. I will tell you this. It's famous because it was the first car-oriented suburban shopping center in the United States. People don't realize that. I was in real estate. You go to real estate, that's like that's the thing. So I don't know who the designer was.
The designer is architect Edward Bueller Delk.
I never heard of Edward Bueller Delk.
He designed the plaza with Spanish-inspired architecture.
Obviously,
Yeah. We all knew that.
Okay. What is the oldest continuously operating barbecue restaurant in the Kansas City Metro?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a hint here, Steve.
Yeah.
It's probably not the one you're thinking.
Because you think I'm thinking of Arthur Bryant's.
It's not that one.
All right.
that one.
Wow. Then I'm going to have to say Gates.
Close.
Okay. It's not RC's.
Kansas side.
It's on the Kansas
side.
Well, it's not
Southwest Boulevard.
Yeah. And I just I'm seeing it, and I'm not remembering the name. It's what's that?
Ding, ding, ding.
What's the first letter in the
R.
name?
R.
Rosedale Barbecue.
Rosedale. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, we know.
You know,
They got a little cinnamon in their sauce.
Yeah, people always think that it's AB's, man, Arthur Bryant's, which Henry Perry Henry is the one who originated it back in 1908.
Yeah,
but he gave it to his brother or cousin or something like that, right, in 1942.
Mm-hmm.
But Rosedale.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna give you only a couple more. All right.
All right. I need to do better. I gotta finish strong.
All right, here we go. Who was the original owner of the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, it was Lamar Hunt.
There we go.
Hey,
All right.
come on, man.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Are you a sports fan?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then this should be easy for you. Last question. Name the primary big league sports franchises in Kansas City.
Right now?
Right now.
Well, there's only. Okay. All right. So there's the Chiefs,
Bing.
the Royals. There's the current, Sporty KC, and I think. That's it.
That's
yeah.
the major league ones.
Right. Yeah.
There's some minor league ones. There's the Mavericks.
Right,
There's
the
the Monarchs.
Mavericks,
There's the
right,
Comets.
correct.
Right. There's KC Glory.
Right.
Shout out.
All right.
And the new softball team, by the way. We got a new softball team.
Yeah.
Is there a beer, Steve, that you really liked that you made in the past that didn't make it to the market
didn't make
for
the
you?
cut?
They didn't make the cut, but you were like, I love this beer.
I think sometimes you make a one-off beer. I'm gonna say this. I think one of the best beers we make for one location.
Yeah.
It's called Heim Beer for Jay Rieger in their hospitality rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an export style golden lager, so it's a little bit higher alcohol
Okay.
than our Helles, and we use some Czech hops in it the Saaz hops that are delicious. So that's the beer if I'm working late. I mean, I want to have a beer before I go home or something. And I walk downstairs, and it's always in a tank.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll just take it right off the tank. So, and we only sell that to Jay Rieger, but Heim Beer, named after the largest brewery in Kansas City before Prohibition. This is a history lesson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rieger expanded into the old Heim brewery's bottling plant. So it's a wonderful facility. They've got a great visitor center and everything.
Yeah, shout out Ron Maybe, man.
Yeah.
He was a guest.
Yeah,
He was a guest.
Yeah, he's had
Yeah,
with
you
us.
can come here and you can drink beer and some of their whiskey and smoke cigars with Kurt Diebel in a couple weeks. You know when that is? We do cigar nights here in our beer garden with those
Really?
guys.
You're
Yeah.
talking to two
some
stogie
smokers.
connoisseurs.
You need
right
to come
here.
by.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
We've done some cigar lounge episodes here.
Oh yeah, I got one last
Go ahead.
one.
Go ahead, and I got one more
I
after
got
that.
a question for you.
March 17th, come down. Monday
March
night.
17th. That's
in our
for St.
beer
Patty's Day,
Is it a
right?
ticketed event or what is that?
Yeah, that's last year. Yeah.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
It's coming up soon.
Okay.
All right.
It is a ticketed event.
Okay, awesome. What I want to ask you is your favorite German word.
Oh, no one's ever asked me that. Okay, I might have to say Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit. Gemütlichkeit.
Yeah.
What is it?
So it's hard to translate. It's this feeling of warmth, happiness, being around friends and family. There's Gemütlichkeit. You would go to a
Gemütlichkeit.
restaurant and you'd say it's very gemütlich. And there's a song when you're drinking at Oktoberfest. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. A toast to Gemütlichkeit, because you're all sitting together having a beer, eating a chicken or sausage or something, and you're singing that song.
Hey.
Well, we're only missing the meat here at this thing. This is Gemütlichkeit. You know, if I
It is-
ever-
Gemütlichkeit,
if I ever
yeah.
had one-
It is Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit. You need to pour a beer in there and let's go Gemütlichkeit one more
we,
time.
we need a little bit more beer in
All
there.
right. All right. I'm going to go to the pure pills.
Yeah, we need to do that. While you're pouring that, give you something to think about here. You heard a group of people here at your 12th year anniversary, which, by the way, phenomenal party, Steve. Congratulations again. I mean, that was amazing. Had all kinds of beers, D-Rod, had some of the food, tried some of the food.
Yeah.
You heard all the appreciation and love from the people here, Steve. What do you want to say to Kansas City, any of those listening, people who've come to your establishment regularly, the Germans that you talked about, or just new people? What do you want to tell Kansas City?
Thank you. I just love having people come here and enjoy our beer. That's the most satisfying thing, I think, about what we do, is seeing people enjoy what we make. I enjoy seeing them on a Saturday afternoon, which this last Saturday was a warm day in February, but we had a great crowd and just people, no music outside, just families and friends, kids playing. And I think that's the way beer was meant to be enjoyed, is with your friends and your family in a simple, just low pressure, just fun, relaxed environment.
You know, I learned a word for that to describe that.
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit. Ein
Gemütlichkeit.
Prosit der
Here we go.
Gemütlichkeit.
Salud, man. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much for being with us.
This was a lot of fun. You guys are fun guys.
Appreciate you,
I
man.
hope you come to our cigar night.
I hope we do too.
I promise.
Are they German cigars?
No.
Okay.
I don't think there is such a thing.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
For a good reason.
I've never had one, so that might be a reason to come all in itself, D-Rod. I don't know.
No, I don't think we want to go there.
Listen, Steve. Thank you so much for joining us on Interrupt KC.
No, I had a great
Shout out to your team. Shout out to Katie for helping us coordinate this.
Right. She does a great job.
You have excellent beer, which we've tried.
Oh my God!
Several here tonight.
Yeah, it's great. It's all great.
Kansas City, people watching, listening, come support our guy Steve. Come support KC Bier Company. Come support this local establishment.
I second that, man. I have not had a screw-faced beer at all, man. This is all great. It's all great.
At all, man. Thank you again. Can't wait to talk to you in 12 more years, Steve.
Right.
With that, everybody, we are out of here. Interrupt KC, JL.
D-Rod right here, man. Come on.
Like, follow, share, subscribe.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Prost.
Deuces.
Prost. All right. What'd you think, man?
I had fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Oh, it was great.
I know.